Hold on. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead. Hold on a second. Just trying to get a few little notes myself. Okay. I'm ready. Go ahead.
We bring in a friend who we've known for years and years and years. He's an author, relationship therapist, Dr. R.G. Alan Wilson.
Some expert advice on how we can all talk to them. Joining us now is relationship expert Dr. R.G. Alan Wilson. She's the author of Courageous Conversations Connect. Good morning, R.G.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Janelle. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
And as we mentioned, a lot of people just dealing with anxiety during all of this. What are your suggestions?
Some of the things that we need to remember is that this is temporary. This is temporary inconvenience for long-term gain. And as long as we stay healthy now, then everything else is recoverable.
Talk to your children about what's happening right now. What are the best ways to do that?
There's some do's and don'ts, right? So you want to tell them that you're going to be here. You're going to be okay. Kids want to know that they're secure and they're safe. So predictability, structure, and consistency. You also want to let them know you have a plan. And even if you don't have a plan, tell them that you're working on one.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Dr. RG, and good morning, IG family. I'm here for your, or is that IG over there? That's IG, right? Okay, all right. Good morning, IG family. Good morning, Facebook family. Good morning, YouTube family. This is the Courageous Conversations Connect space where we are doing our quarantine talks every single morning. Good morning, China. Thanks for joining the show. If you guys can, make sure that you give me some thumbs up, some smiley faces, and do a watch party if you can. Go over to let your friends know that our YouTube page is up and running. And so we want as many people to subscribe as possible to our YouTube page. So please do. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Deborah. It is a wonderful Tuesday morning. And yes, I see my thumbs up. I see my hearts. I appreciate it. I'm still getting a little used to this new platform, but you all tell me how y'all like it. I think it looks pretty cool. Morgan did a really good job on it. And so we're going to wait for a few more people to come in. And then we're also going to take a little bit of a station break for our sponsors this morning. And then we're going to come right back and we're going to get into our breathing. That's what we're going to start out with, as we do every single morning. And then we move into our mantra, and then we get into our talk. So I'll see you in a bit. Yes. So, all right, we're back. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to the IG family and I wasn't paying attention. I got to pay attention to the new process here. I can't wait also until this new platform that we're on allows IG so that everybody is here in the same real time. And anyway, BJ's on. Good morning, BJ. Good morning, beautiful. And Sharita. Good morning, Sharita. So, listen, this is the Courageous Conversations Connect space where we have our quarantine talks every single morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. We usually go till about 10:30, sometimes a little bit after, depending on what we're talking about. This is a safe space where Morgan and I decided that since we were all quarantined, many of us, not necessarily the essential workers, because they're out there doing the darn thing, right? They're out there putting their lives on the line. For us, so that we can be not just stuck at home, but so that we can be safe at home. And so we thought that this was one way that we could give back and take care of persons in a space where we are all experiencing some level of anxiety. Sharita says, hi, Dr. RG. So good seeing you here. We'll be tuning on. I used to be your hairstylist many moons ago. Love seeing you in the natural. Well, okay, I got to remember when that was. You used to be my hairstylist many years ago. You got to tell me where that was, Sharita, because yeah, got to tell me. But yeah, the natural. I think that we are all moving into a space of DIY. Y'all know what DIY is, right? Do it yourself. And thank goodness I started this whole natural hair journey about a year ago. And it took me a minute to get the right products for my curl pattern and all those kinds of things. But it seems to be working. Y'all tell me how you like it. I don't really have another choice right about now. I don't think any of us have any other choice, but I haven't figured out the nail thing. So if y'all got some tips about what I can do, do it yourself nails, let me know. Don, I love the new platform. Thank you very much, Don. Sharita is, in Germantown, Okay, now I think I do remember that. Shoe and Shelton. Got it. Yes. So where are you now? We definitely, hairstylists are probably having some challenges right now, but we'll be back. Don't worry, we will be back. I love it. Actually specialize in curly hair now. Your hair looks great. Thank you. I'm doing my best, Sarita. I really, really am doing my best with the whole hair thing. So I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from hairstylists. So because I do not consider myself to be a hairstylist, but I'm working on the whole natural thing, and hopefully it's working. So let's move into our space. Let people know that we are here. This is our platform. Every Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. we have our quarantine talks. And this is a space where hopefully we create a safe space for us to talk about our anxieties, our fears, our worries, our apprehensions. We also talk about the joy of what we've learned. We talk about how to elevate our mindset, right? This week, all week, we're talking about resetting our mindset. Reset our mindset, right? Or really reset. And really yesterday was mindset. Today is your focus. What are you focused on? And so we're going to get into that. But before we do that, we're going to do our breathing exercises. And as you all know, we breathe in not just oxygen, but we breathe in all kinds of good energy. We breathe in joy and love and serenity and peace and kindness. We breathe in our hope for the future, that we will move beyond this space. This too shall pass. We also breathe in breath, just literally oxygen and breath, guys, for those essential workers that are out there, those persons who are putting themselves on the front line for us. We breathe in oxygen for those persons who are sick, those persons who have come down with the coronavirus that are in the hospital. We breathe in oxygen for those families and those loved ones who are dealing with not being able to advocate for their loved ones in the hospital, or that their loved ones have perished and they can't give a proper funeral services. There's a lot of stress out there. So we're breathing for them, and then we're breathing out anything that's not positive, anything that's negative, any worry or fear. We're breathing out that carbon dioxide that doesn't serve us very well. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. So getting your posture, put your, this? No, this. Oh, okay. Thank you for reminding me. I was saying, Morgan was reminding me that I was saying my index finger and I meant my middle finger. So middle finger, stand corrected, middle finger and your thumbs, put them together, right? In whatever posture you want, or just your hands on your lap or on the sides of your thighs, just whatever feels comfortable. Try to get your back straight if you will. Posture is good. I know that I'm sitting at the computer. Many of you all that are working from home are sitting at the computer. If you're like me, you're like this, and you realize, oh my gosh, I got to straighten my back and do some stretches to get my back erect. Okay. So as we do our breathing exercises, I want you, at the sound of my voice, IG family there as well, my Facebook family, my YouTube family, we're going to breathe in through our nose. We're going to try to hold it as long as we can, maybe 10 seconds. That also exercises the lungs because we're trying to build up our immune system and build up our lung capacity. And then we let it out through our mouth. And then we do it again. We're going to do that 5 times. All right. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Good job. Breathe in. And out through the mouth. Breathe in. Good deep breath through the nose. Hold it. And out through the mouth. Good. Make this last time count, guys. One last time. Big deep breath in through the nose. And out. Great job. Great job. Good morning, Veronica. Thanks for joining the show. So this is the quarantine talks, and we just did our breath. Shout out to the Black Doctors Consortium. Dr. Alana, I got to get the name right. This woman is amazing. She put together pretty single-handedly the Black Doctors Consortium, and they're going around, I believe on Wednesday, they're going to be at Penn Memorial. Yesterday, they were at Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, and they were doing free West. No, East. They were at East. Tomorrow, they're going to be at Penn Memorial. Yeah, they were at East. No, I saw pictures where they were at East. And I just want to get her name right. Hold on a second. I have the article right here. It's on the Inquirer. If you all know who I'm talking about, you can give me a shout out and get me. Janice Armstrong wrote the article, and it was a really great opinion piece. And they're going around to various churches, Black churches, and they are doing testing for the community, for those who either have symptoms or believe that they've been exposed. And when you read the article, it's pretty fascinating with regards to just making a decision, really making a decision to do the work, whatever your gift is, whatever your craft is, make a decision. More, can you look at that up while you're over there? Thank you. It was hard for me to multitask here and look at the computer at the same time. Make a decision. Penn Memorial is where they're going to be. I also think that they're working with our pastor, Pastor Alan E. Waller. They're also working with Pastor Marshall Mitchell. So that's why they're going to be at Penn Memorial. I think they may be at Salem Baptist Church as well throughout the week. So every other day, they're going to be at a different location doing free testing. And I think yesterday they may have tested about 350 people is what the information said. So they didn't have enough tests, but that wasn't on them. That's on the larger system, if you will, that has not given the states what they need ultimately. But they're doing the best that they can. And these Black doctors are going around to the community, putting themselves in harm's way to do testing for those persons who may not otherwise have been able to get a test, because everybody can't get a test. They're turning away some people. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for joining. So today we're going to be talking about resetting your focus. Reset. Reset. What do you think about that concept of reset? Yesterday, we talked about resetting your mindset, because what you think is ultimately what you believe, and what you believe is ultimately what you act out, if you will. And now it's sort of today is sort of your focus, because the truth is we've been quarantined, many of us. This is going on our 5th week. Some people, like my friend Charlie, it's 6 weeks, right? Because the state didn't shut down until a week after all of this was going into action. So it's 5 weeks for us. And I know for me, I've learned some things along the way. What have you learned? Can you tell me, going into your 5th week, whether you're at home with your children, whether you're at home with your spouse, whether you're home alone, whether you're actually having to go out as an essential worker, can you tell me what you need to reset? So I'm asking people to think about 6 weeks for you. So Sylvia says 6 weeks for her as well. Lisa said, great topic. Thank you, Lisa, for joining. I know that I had to really reset my mindset, and then I had to really shift my focus. So last night I bookend the way that I go to sleep. I'm starting to use more frequently the Calm app. So I went to sleep with a meditation. I woke up with a meditation to refocus my energy, my mindset, and also refocus the things that I was concentrating on. Sarita says, exactly. I've been doing resetting too. Deborah said, resetting patience. Awesome. Sylvia, 6 weeks for me. So, more somebody over there?
Dr. Ala Stanford.
Ala. Dr. Ala Stanford. I'm sorry. I wanted to say Alana for some reason, but it's Dr. Ala Stanford.
It is Real Concierge Medicine.
Real Concierge Medicine. So she is the one that put, okay, acronym REAL, Real Concierge Medicine. And I believe she's in Jenkintown, her practice, but she does concierge medicine. And she put together this Black Doctors Consortium to go around to various church organizations, Black churches, and in the parking lot, they're doing free testing. So yesterday they were at E9, 2400 Cheltenham Avenue. Tomorrow they will be at Penn Memorial, which that parking lot, I forget the name of the street that the parking lot is on. I should know it because our office is there, but it's, if you go to 5398 Winfield Avenue, right there on the side street is where their parking lot is. George's Lane. So, all right, let's back to the whole concept of resetting, right? Our focus. 5 weeks in to a quarantine should have taught us some things. And I truly believe that sometimes what happens is we get into a survival mode, and then we forget that we should be learning some things from our experience. So going into, we've had a whole month. I think that my quarantine started, or Morgan and I, it started March 17th. So this is now April 21st. So we've now passed the 1 month mark. And it's important for us to look back on those 4 weeks and say, what did we do well? What did we not do so well? How are we resetting our focus? Are we focusing on the right thing? I will tell you also that most times we can get a little antsy after a month, because remember, the information is constantly changing. And so first it was 2 weeks. We thought, oh, we could just do this. Anybody could do this for 2 weeks. Anybody can figure something out for 2 weeks, right? Then we thought, okay, no, it's not going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be the end of the month. And then after it got to the end of the month, then we moved into the next month. So what's happening is I think a lot of people are getting really frustrated, and they're like, I'm over it. This is what I'm hearing in my practice a lot. I'm over this. I want to get back to my normal life. I want to get back to what I was doing before all of this. And I am encouraging people to try to start doing some radical shifts. This has been a radical shift anyway. For many of us, our lives were literally turned upside down. Can y'all remember the last time? Do you remember when the whole country was shut down? Guess when it was? probably 1918 when they had the Spanish flu. The most traumatic thing I remember in this country was 9/11. Then we had the stock market crash, right? That was in 2008. But in 9/11, which I believe was in 2000 or 2001, that really sort of shifted the atmosphere for us. But not the whole country being shut down. And so we've had some times in which we needed to recalibrate what was going on in our own lives. I also think, quite frankly, we needed to reconnect, not just recalibrate, but reconnect. Sharita says, salon closed about 5 weeks ago, home with my 3 children and husband. Gotcha, Sarita. So for Sharita and for many others, that reconnection is real. If we're now home with our spouses, with our kids, if we're not doing the things that we normally do. And for those of you who remember in the very beginning, I started saying the first week when we were doing quarantine talks, I started saying, like, when's the last time that any of us has spent 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with our families? Maybe when we go on vacation, but we usually go on vacation. If you're fortunate enough to go on vacation, you do that for 1 or 2 weeks out of the year. But every day, day in, day out, that's not the norm. The norm is that we spend more time on the outside of our homes than the inside of our homes. The norm is that we spend more time with other people than we spend with ourselves or our families. And now we've had to readjust our expectations and recalibrate to create a new norm where we're spending time reconnecting with our family and our friends. Sylvia says, working home daily but reset by meditation, more reading, yoga, workout, journaling, and I need to stay near and hear God so I remain calm. Awesome. That is, and then she says, call me Justice. So Sarita says that. So when I love that, Sarita, by the way, you know, that you are doing your daily reset by doing meditation, doing reading, the yoga, the journaling. Journaling is a good thing. That's an exercise that I ask everyone that I work with to do, because think about this. When this is all said and done, and this too shall pass, then you can go back and look at where you were and where you are now, right? Where you are going forward. So the journaling is a way to externalize all of that. Just like we breathed out, you journal all of those fears or worries, or even I encourage people to have 2 journals. Have a process journal and then have a gratitude journal. Your process journal is whatever it is that's going on inside your head, your mind, your spirit, your heart. Journal that. But then your gratitude journal is to journal, what are you grateful for? And that sometimes is a good way to reset your focus, right? That is a way to identify what it is that you need to be focused on, that you are grateful for. Sarita says, early morning, doing as much as I can before everyone wakes up. That's a reset, right? Oftentimes we tend to either sleep in or we don't have a full schedule. If you all remember over the 4 weeks that we've talked about your M's, and Sarita's already doing it, your mindfulness, staying in the moment and being present, then your meditation, which is setting your intentions. Then you get moving, you begin to utilize your limbs to move your body, to create momentum, if you will. And then meaningful engagement, whatever that looks like, even asking your children, what's your day going to be like? How are you going to focus your energy on the positive? And then finally utilizing music. That really, really helps me. So those 4 M's are really great. Yes,
I'm going
babe.
to show IG some love here. Allison is on.
Hey,
Of course,
Allison, good morning.
Dominique is on. 2 others are on.
Good morning, Dominique. Are you with the Black Doctors? Are you doing the Black Doctors? Is that my mentee, Dominique? Okay. Okay.
Allison says, I need to reset what it feels like to have one more bias added to the AA community. People out here treating us like our community has the cooties because of the statistics that are out about us. So, African American community, AA,
Okay.
African American.
Okay.
That's what she means by that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. One more bias added to the African American community.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you, Allison, for that. The Black community, always tends to get the flu when our white brothers and sisters get a cold. And now this whole COVID-19 has impacted us much more disproportionately than other communities and also poor communities. And so, we need to reset our focus and begin to internalize the positive messaging to withstand those biases that Allison is talking about. That's important because before you know it, oftentimes we will reset our mindset and begin to internalize the negative messages, the biases, the prejudices, the being disenfranchised, the lack. And that's something I want to talk about in more depth in terms of how we operate in lack that then does not serve us very well. So combating those biases are really, really important. Yes, babe?
Yeah, Dominique says I'm not with them, but my classmates are. I'll be volunteering here in Delaware.
Awesome. Okay, gotcha, Dominique. Okay, excellent. So Dominique is one of my amazing young ladies that I met at Enon, and we've been working together. She was at Drexel for a while, and she is now at a third-year medical student. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dominique. At PCOM, Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, and she's doing an amazing job. And that's a refocus. Dominique had to refocus her energy and then, really kind of recalibrate that mindset of feeling as if this wasn't going to happen. And here she is doing it. So many of us can really move mountains if we reset both our mindset and our focus. Pastor Stephen Mack, good to see you. Thank you for the awesome, he says, thank you for the awesome topic. I needed to reset the volume of God's voice in my life. His voice needed to be louder than the noise of my regular life routine. I love it. Absolutely. I do think, Pastor Stephen Mack, that when we think about the reset, oftentimes our voice becomes a louder voice, and that voice has all of the negative energy of the world, as opposed to really sitting still, getting still and getting peaceful and going into whatever our space is, our safe space, our prayer closet, and hearing from God. That's what you're talking about. And having that voice be a louder voice, which says that, we've been here before, right? We never experienced a pandemic unless you're 102 years young, right? However, Black people are no stranger to having to be resilient. We're no stranger to having grit. We're no stranger to experiencing trauma in our lives. And so as opposed to thinking about what we can't do, we really do have to focus on what we can do. As opposed to thinking about what we don't have, we have to refocus our energy and think about what we do have. That's why I picked this topic for this week of reset, because I wanted people to really think about, we have the ability, IG family, Facebook, YouTube, we have the ability to reset this thing, right? We have the ability, the clinicians, if there's any clinicians on, that we have the ability to reframe. That's what we call it, where the data points are the same, but our mindset is different, right? The statistics, the numbers say what they say. But when we think about where we've been and what we've been through and what we've grown through, we can do anything but fail, right? But we do have to go in and accept that while this is difficult, right? This is a new problem and our same source that will grow us through this. So what are you focusing on? Sharita says that energy, finances, focus, and yes, the volume of God's voice is what her focus is, right? What is your focus? How have you identified? Let's go on and be honest. We believe that truth, trust, and transparency leads to transformational breakthroughs. It's what we say here at Faith Inc. Our practice is Faith Inc. stands for Family and Individual Therapeutic Healing and Connections Matter, LLC, right? And where we do the work of working with families and couples and corporations, we believe in healing families one relationship at a time and transforming individuals, couples, and corporations one courageous conversation at a time, right? And so what does that really look like? It looks like resetting. It looks like recalibrating. It looks like revitalizing, right? It looks like restoration, restoring. It looks like removing anything that is related to doubt and lack and worry and fear, and infusing the focus of elevation, the focus of inspiration, the focus of motivation, and the focus of that you can do it, right? We can do it. We definitely are stronger together. But when we're talking about truth, I think that many of us, if we're honest, maybe we entered into this space not as confident, let's say, as we could have been. Many people have asked me, what do I tell my children? How do I deal with my children? Well, you know what I say with the children? I say that they need predictability, structure, and consistency. And if you have not provided that for them, it is not too late to reset and refocus. You can say, okay, you know what? We kind of stumbled out of the gate a little unsteady because we didn't know any better. Dr. Maya Angelou says, I did the best that I knew how to do. And when I knew better, I did better. So how about perhaps that in the last month, we all did the best that we knew how to do, given that none of us has experienced a pandemic before. And now that we're in this month, this next month, we can then reset and say, we've learned some things along the way. Now that we've learned some things about ourselves, we've learned some things about our children, we've learned some things about how to become teachers and how hard they work out there teaching our children. We've learned some things about our spouses. Now we can reset. Focus. What will be your focus? Is your focus on the negative? Is your focus on what you can't do? Is your focus on, I'm just agitated and aggravated because I cannot get out the house. I'm stuck in here. Or as my kids say, I'm cooped up in here. Is that your focus, or was that your focus? And can you reset that focus? Change the dial and start elevating on the focus of, I did it. We did it. We did a whole month of quarantine. Who ever heard of such, right? We did this. We got back to the basics of prayer, our prayer life. We got back to the basics of, we got an opportunity to reset so that we could be still for a moment. Maybe we did some purging. Maybe we did some connecting. Maybe we played some games online. Maybe we upgraded our intellect, our intellectual capacity to be online in the digital space. What did we upgrade, right? And if we upgraded these things, how about we give ourselves some credit and start celebrating and focusing our energies on what we actually were able to accomplish? And in doing that, we then allow ourselves the privilege and the honor of saying, all right, good job. Well done. Let's keep going, right? Because this thing is for the long haul. It really is. We are in this for the marathon, but we're also, by the way, IG family, Facebook family, YouTube family, we're in this to win it. We're in it to win it, right? And the way that we win is by going deeper. I believe for me, it's going deeper in my prayer life. It's going deeper in my belief within myself. It's going deeper in my thought process. Those are the resets, right? That's how we refocus our energy. We begin to acknowledge, what have we not done so well? What kind of stinking thinking have we kind of filled our minds with? And then how do we remove, as we would do the same thing if we put crap in our bodies, how do we remove the impurities so that we can reset and refocus our mindset and our energy on the positive affirmations? That's a good start right there. Really, what are the positive? I'm not saying that there's not a lot of negative things out there. I'm not saying to be ignorant to the travesties and the tragedies and the trauma that's going on out there. That's why we start with breath and breathing all of that positive energy into our bodies and our lungs, and breathing out negativity, because we know that there's a lot of trauma out there. But we also have the capability and the capacity to refocus and to reset our energy. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some smiley faces. Give me some hearts. Let me know that you're out there. That helps with the algorithms. When you guys do watch parties, that definitely helps with the algorithms. Also let people know that we are elevating our YouTube page. So we're putting a lot of energy into Morgan, really, and Daryl. I say we, but it's really Morgan is working hard, and Daryl, who is our digital marketing person, as well as my cousin Brent. They're all working really, really hard to create a very beautiful space for us to give out positive energy. So I thank him for that. Yes, Dave. Let's see. Sarita says, right. And then she says, still a lot to be thankful for and grateful for. And Matisse says, hi, I'm here from Brazil. All right. We got, yeah, thank you for joining from Brazil. We appreciate that. We appreciate, because this is a global conversation. We believe that we are transformationalists on a global level, right? And if there's anything that this COVID-19 has taught us, it's taught us that we are stronger together. It's taught us that we're all in it together. It's taught us that while we have these beautiful, diverse ways of identifying ourselves, the beautiful tapestry of life, it also has taught us that we are human beings, right? And that no matter where we are, we have to fight this together. COVID-19, it does not care about our differences. We care about our differences, but it does not. It doesn't care how much money you have, or whether you're short or tall or black or white or Asian, or what religion you come from, or what your sexual orientation is. It does not care. It's coming at us. And what we need to do is refocus our energy so that we are lifting each other up, not putting each other down, so that we are dream lifters, not dream squashers. That's a way to refocus our energy, right? And this is a great reset time. If you all have been thinking about writing a book, you've been thinking about elevating your business. I know small businesses are taking a hit, but this too shall pass. Use this time wisely. You may not ever have a period of time where you can spend this kind of quality time with your family, with your loved ones, with yourself, with your source, with God, communing, meditating, creating mindfulness, moving, exercising. Those are the things that, I've been working on in terms of even my goal setting and my spiritual elevation. Utilize this time in a way that helps you and not hurts you, so that you come out on the other side of this better. Y'all know what I'm going to say, not bitter. And those are the things that are important. Kathleen is on. Hey, Kathleen, thank you for joining. So if you all are just joining, this is the Courageous Conversations Connect space, where we have our quarantine talks every day at 10 a.m., right? We usually go somewhere between 10 and 10:30. We go a little bit longer if the conversation is good. And the conversation around quarantine talks is a conversation of safety. I believe that predictability, structure, and security, a consistency is good for children, but it's also good for adults. So we try to be consistent here so that we create a safe and secure environment for us to upgrade our confidence level, and for us to enjoy this time and space where we get the opportunity to reset, right? Push the reset button. Yesterday, we talked about our mindset, what's in our thoughts, right? Now we're talking about our focus. What do you focus on? And I think, quite frankly, when you're inside, you have the option. Good morning, Gloria. Thanks for joining. You have the option. What will you really focus on? Are you going to be intentional? Here's some things. Here are 5 things that you can specifically do to refocus. Intentionally prioritize. What are you prioritizing? Ask if you are spending your energy investing in your present and in your future. Align yourself with the right people. When we talk about meaningful engagement, align yourself with the right people, right? In the right time for the right purpose. The right people in the right time for the right purpose. And then find something even better to put your energy towards, right? So if you've looked at the last 4 weeks and you've taken a vacation or a staycation, and you really haven't done all the things that you needed to do, or maybe you were sick, all right, no problem. Let's reset, reprioritize that energy, and then cut the cord with the focus on the past, and then begin to elevate your focus on the present. That then will usher you into the future. Those are the 5 things that you can do to reset your focus. And Donna said, I ordered your book. Thank you, Donna. Courageous Conversations Connect back in January, started reading it on my train ride. But COVID happened and I lost focus. So this week I'm refocusing. I'm on week 1, number 9 of your book. You did a great job with the book. Awesome topics. It's like a sermon, some of the topics. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is Courageous. Okay. This is Courageous Conversations Connect. It's a pathway to reset your mindset with intentional thoughts from the inside out. Good morning, Banika. She says reset. I love it. And then Matassa, thank you for welcoming me very well. Matissa's from Brazil. Thank you for joining.
Make sure you tell them to hit the notification bell and to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes.
YouTube channel.
Oh, you're on YouTube. So Matisse, make sure you subscribe if you, we would appreciate that, and hit the notification button so that you'll get notifications of all the things that we're actually doing. We're going to be putting some stuff up there. Even today, Mel Robbins, I was on her segment a month ago, and it was just aired yesterday. So we'll put that up, and some other things that we're doing. I think that would be helpful. Gloria says Patricia Williams, and Matisse says, I hope that one day Brazil will have the same prosperity and good fruit that the U.S. has. We pray that as well. We really want everyone to have this level of prosperity and level of abundance because it's available to us. It's available to us like breathing air. But oftentimes we have systems that will keep those structures down for us. And then that kind of overlaps with our mindset. That doesn't really help us. Kathleen said, love this. Time to order your book. Absolutely. I would appreciate it. Listen, what I'm telling people about this book is it is. Yeah. Oh, you can go to the website to order the book at drrgconnects.com. That's where you'll order it and we'll send it right out to you. This is 52 weeks. You can move up. If you're at home and you're quarantined, then I suggest that you actually read ahead if you so choose, so that you can do it in 52 days if you want to. And we start out with a radical self-care in action. That is the first chapter. Then we do the cost of love, money, sex, and kids, how to win in your relationship. And then we go into the transition, like how to win with regards to transitions in your life. And then the last chapter is really how to live your best life now. And so it really is, it's a journey. That's what I wanted people to experience, a journey where every single week or day that you read a different entry, it is a courageous conversation with yourself or someone else, and then a call to action, and then finally a courageous action where you journal that. Sharia says, congrats on your book. We'll definitely pick up a copy. Would you mention the name again? Okay, sure. It's Courageous Conversations Connect. That's the name of the book. And then the subtitle is A Pathway to Reset Your Mindset with Intentional Thoughts from the Inside Out. That's how we reset our mindset. We don't reset it from the outside. We reset it from the inside with our intentional thoughts, which, interestingly enough, that's what we're talking about this week, reset. And we're on the topic of focus. Thank you so much. Deborah Purnell says, I'm receiving my book in the mail. So helpful to all. Thank you, Deborah. I'm so glad that you got it and that it's helpful to you. And I think you even messaged me yesterday and said that resetting your mindset yesterday was really helpful for you as well. So that's awesome. Donna says, what I like about it most, that it's simple to read, but powerful and therapeutic. That's really what I wanted. So thank you, Donna, for that. That's confirmation and affirmation to me that it's simple and also that it is therapeutic. A lot of people say that it feels like I'm not in therapy in the office, but that my therapist is talking to me. And so I would be that therapist. So thank you. Kathleen says, sounds good. Sharita says, nice. Thank you. Sounds so good. And Karen says, definitely getting a copy. Proud of you, what you all are doing. Thank you so much, everybody. So listen, we have to transition, but I want everybody to make sure that you go over to the YouTube page and hit subscribe and hit the notification button. Have a beautiful day. Right after the commercial, we're going to transition. IG family. So sorry. A little new to me. You read the wrong commercial. Way wherever you are. And hey guys, we're back, and thank you so much for joining. We will be back here for our quarantine talks in our Courageous Conversations Connect space tomorrow at 10 a.m. I love you. We love you. There's nothing you can do about it. Have a beautiful day on purpose from my heart.